wish I didn't feel like every scan was going to be the last. Hello. Good morning. Meow, meow. Yeah. Good morning, Freckles. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Astrid. Good morning. And the star of the show. Good morning, Damien. Say good morning. Now you're gonna be quiet. You're weird. Good morning, Riri. Oh. Guten Morgen. Good morning. Whatever other language you can say that in. We are fast approaching 10 weeks right now, and I am very, very excited because the last 2 days I have woken up and felt pretty okay. I haven't been falling asleep at different times during the day. Yesterday I fell asleep at like noon, but that was the only time. I'm hoping today I won't have to take a nap. No nausea today. Yesterday I didn't have nausea until the afternoon, so I'm kind of thinking that I know around 9 or 10 weeks the placenta does start taking shape and it takes over the hormones and everything, so you do start to feel better. And I do recall this happening with Kaia as well, like right around 10 weeks I just suddenly felt so much better. I feel like a new person pretty much, so I've been getting a bunch of cleaning done. I just got our new steam cleaner and steam cleaned the carpets, so that feels really nice. What else? Did my nails. I have shit nails, but I actually did some self-care things, so that felt really nice to do that. Overall, I just feel like I have a bit more pep in my step, and I'm looking forward to, second trimester and everything just feeling great and getting everything done while I'm still not, in the manatee phase. All that being said, although I am excited and looking forward to the second trimester, I do still have a bit of anxiety. My 10-week appointment is tomorrow, and I have that scanxiety, so, hi Astrid. Oh, here's my girl. I have scanxiety, and I just have that fear that there's not going to be any cardiac activity when we see the baby. I know they just did like all of California, they're lifting their mask mandate. I don't think LA County is doing that still, so Kameron probably still can't come into the appointment, unfortunately. So I'll see if I can get a video of baby tomorrow. What else? Right, so they are going to do the NIPT test, and what that stands for is non-invasive prenatal testing, which is where they test your blood. And there's a certain percentage of fetal fraction that goes around in the mother's blood, and I think you have to have somewhere around 6% in your blood, and that's usually around 10 weeks. And it'll just test for any chromosomal abnormalities, and it will also be able to determine gender, which we're excited about because we're just kind of wanting to know like who this baby is and what kind of names we should be thinking of, and just a direction as far as things we might want to get for this little bub. We have been tentatively looking at 3-bedroom apartments over like an hour east from here. Oh my gosh, they're so much cheaper than anything in Los Angeles. It is outrageous. Like, we can get something over there for about $2,000 less per month than over here for the same thing. It's outrageous. But a lot of the places that I was looking at had these huge like outdoor deck areas that were enclosed, and I just thought like, oh man, I can have all these plants out there and patio furniture, and the cats can have a place to chill outside. There are of course a few things that are going to be non-negotiable as far as like what we're looking for in a new place to live. I have to have a dishwasher. I've lived without a dishwasher in this apartment for, I moved in 2010, so 12 years, I have not had a dishwasher. And when you're pregnant and your husband's working for 12 hours a day, the dishes pile up. And I can't stand the smell of the dish soap. I can't stand the smell of the dirty dishes. Like, it's been tough. I got them done yesterday, so that's good. Oh yeah, and then a washer and dryer in unit. Non-negotiable. I can't do it again. I can't do this communal machines breaking down and paying. My gosh, it is so expensive to do laundry here. It's like $30 a month. I just have to show you because it's so cute. The cats are always just like kind of anywhere near me. It's really, I mean, there's a sunspot here too, obviously, but they weren't hanging out here until I sat down to vlog. Let me show you what they're doing. Sorry, I'm all over the place. No, I'm not sorry. I feel so much better, so I'm just like shoo, 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 shoo with all my thoughts and everything. So I am trying to, I guess, grow a thicker skin when it comes to some of the hateful things that people say and a lot of the speculations that people have and just disparaging comments about my cats in general. Trying to grow a thicker skin. There are moments where I just kind of roll my eyes and laugh at it and just, you know, hit delete and block. And then there's moments where it does still seep in a little bit and bother me. A YouTuber that I follow, I messaged her about, she said there's a way to block certain phrases from being able to comment in, like, at all. So she sent me an article on how to do that, and I have to get on Kameron's computer and do that today. But yeah, you know, that's something I wish I had thought about before starting this whole YouTube journey, experience, etc. I did not think about the amount of assholes, to put it simply. And not that everyone's an asshole. I'm sure there are people that are genuinely trying to help, but it comes from a place of naivete and ignorance, and it's not helpful. Like, I wake up to at least 5 ignorant or rude comments every morning, and then I have to just go through and get rid of them. And it just astounds me that I keep blocking people from saying things, and there's just more every day. It's crazy. Like, the cat comments at this point are just annoying. I roll my eyes and I just hit delete and block. They're just ridiculous at this point. Like, I grew up in a farm community. I'm used to being around animals. My life without animals would be really weird and probably awful. It's really interesting to me how disgusted people are by animals. It's truly bizarre, and how like they just think it's filthy and disgusting. Like, you're kind of disgusting. I don't like animal haters. I don't want them in my life, and if you hate animals, in particular cats, like, this isn't your corner of the internet then, because I'm not going to get rid of my cats. I'll get rid of you though. But yeah, I guess the most frustrating one for me is that every morning I wake up to people with speculations about the cause of death, and it doesn't matter how you choose to word it. If you have to start your comment with, "I hope this isn't insensitive," then you should stop. You should stop. If you have to preface what you're saying with, "I hope this isn't this," then you should probably just not make that comment. And it's also like, it's frustrating, but it's also starting to become funny to me, because a lot of the things that people are speculating, they think I haven't thought of already. They think I haven't already discussed with my doctor. They think we haven't tested for that. You know what I mean? Like, we were pretty damn thorough in trying to figure out why. And the reality is that I don't need a reason why for closure. I don't need closure. I don't know what the obsession is with closure when it comes to death, but having closure, having a reason why she died isn't going to make anything better for me. It doesn't bring her back. I think those people want closure because if they have something to blame, then they don't have to be afraid that it's just going to happen to them too. And I think, honestly, that's just what it is. Those people are afraid that there is no reason. So they have to find that they scour the internet. I Googled this and found out this, and maybe that's what happened to your baby. And I'm like, the thing is that if that was the thing, there would be evidence. There would be evidence. I had a vegan come by and tell me, see, this is what happens when you have a diet primarily made up of meat. I'm sorry, what? And guess what? If you had a stillbirth, then people would turn around and be like, look, this is what happens when you're vegan. Just think about that. How that would feel. Because you know that your vegan diet did not cause your baby's stillbirth. You know it. You know? So to just turn around and say that to other people because of your bias, it's not helpful, it's just hurtful. When I was younger, I didn't understand when someone would die and people asking how did they die, you know? I didn't understand, like, when people say, you're so rude for asking that question. I never understood that because it's... Somebody's playing in another box. What was I saying? ADHD. Right. I never understood as a younger person why people would get upset when someone passed away and then people just come and be like, oh my God, what happened? How did it happen? Were they doing this? Did this happen? Was it a drug overdose? Was it, you know? I never understood, like, because, sorry, I have to go move that box. Anyway, oh. This is why I never watch TV. I have Animal Planet in my home, so I'm constantly entertained. Words. Right. So yeah. People are going through enough as it is. They're already asking those questions to themselves. They're already, you know, and for one thing, it's nobody's business how someone died. In my case, I feel like I've been very forthcoming on everything. There's not like something that I'm hiding or some stone we've left unturned, you know. So just, yeah. Every morning waking up to more speculation it's so old at this point because every single time it's something I've already thought about. Like, especially the whole cat comment. It was the first thing we tested for. Believe it or not. Toxoplasmosis was the first thing we tested for, and it was medically ruled out. So that comment just over and over, it doesn't even make sense anymore after a while. And I mean, the only way it makes sense to me now is that you just aren't listening. You know? It was medically ruled out. COVID was medically ruled out. You had COVID before you were pregnant and you're unvaccinated. That's why your baby died. Maybe that'll give you closure. No, there would be evidence. There would be evidence of that in the placenta. There would be an infection in the placenta. There would most likely be clots because that's what causes issues. With COVID it causes like clotting issues in the placenta. And It's like being a broken record, really is, you know? Placenta and cord came back normal. But the other, I was discussing this with somebody recently. The most prominent causes of stillbirth is issues with the placenta and issues with the cord accidents. You know, that can be like the cord's wrapped around the neck and it just gets too tight. Sometimes knots get in the cord. That's called true knot. Sometimes the cord slips up above the baby's head and then will get smashed between the pelvis and the baby's head and cut off blood flow. There would also be evidence of that in pathology, and none of that was apparent in Kaia. There's also something called incompetent cervix, where your cervix just starts dilating, and it happens. Some women just have this happen to them, and they have to have something called a cerclage, where they like basically stitch your cervix closed until you're ready to have your baby, and that can cause multiple stillbirths in some people. I guess my point is, and I know I said I didn't want to bring it up anymore, but at this point, my daughter has been gone for 7 months. And I've been getting speculations from family, from friends, since the day she died. Can you imagine what 7 months of people making speculations can do to you, like emotionally? It's exhausting. It's so exhausting, and you're only doing it to satisfy your own curiosity, to settle your own fears. You're not doing it for me. And it's extremely selfish, and it's hurtful, because I've been dealing with this for 7 months. So I'm just gonna, kindly ask people to please stop. Please stop. Been 7 months of people suggesting things that I've already looked into and were medically ruled out. And I don't need the closure. It's not something that I'm just like pining for, My baby's dead. It's just a fact. I don't need some magical information to make it better. The only thing that's gonna make it better is time. And even then, there's still gonna be moments where it still sucks. Hell, if you wanna speculate anything, speculate why I have family and friends who won't acknowledge Kaia, period. Who, if I bring her up, change the subject. Who don't acknowledge her, like, at all. Who didn't acknowledge my birth announcement after I sent it to them. Maybe that's energy better well spent, because that's something I do want to know. Why don't you care? You know what I mean? That's the only thing that I care about right now. Anyway, I'm probably making this vlog super long, so I'm just gonna discontinue vlogging for now, and then I will pick back up tomorrow morning at our 10-week appointment.
Come on, go eat your breakfast. They're gonna eat it all.
Good morning. Again. Today's a 10-week scan, and I'm feeling super nauseous, and I think that's just anxiety. Kept having really vivid pregnancy dreams. One where I could not find a bathroom to save my life. And you have to pee every 20 minutes when you're pregnant, so it was like just awful. I wish I didn't feel like every scan was going to be the last. hate this feeling. Well, it's almost 7, so we have to get ready and head out. I have to be there at 8 o'clock. Every time I think about walking through those doors, it just gets like a wave of nausea. I have a healthy, growing baby. Baby's gonna look great. Wish me luck, Squawk. Wish me luck. Yeah. Gotta clean your face, buddy. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Just hoping they'll let me in this time.
I don't think I will. You're not nervous? So, surprise, surprise, my doctor was attending a last-minute twin birth, so I am rescheduled to 10:45. And I think I'm just gonna stay in the area because the whole drive here makes me swell with anxiety, so I'm just gonna go hang out at the mall, maybe get something to eat, and unfortunately Kameron has to go to work, so. Twins! Unfortunately, sometimes that just happens, where your doctor's like, emergency, and then he's gone. But I'm glad they're still squeezing me in today, because if I had to wait any longer, I'd probably go crazy. Oh, I thank you. I am home now and feeling a lot better because I got to see our little bean. Little arms and legs were wiggling away. Heartbeat looked good. Grew so much. Let me show you a little comparison from the last photo. So that was a few weeks ago, and this is today. Grew a lot. I am just a couple of days too early for the NIPT test, so I'm gonna go back next week on Tuesday morning and get my blood drawn then. I don't think I'll be seeing little bub on the ultrasound that day, but yeah, everything looks good. He's scheduling me for my NT scan in a couple of weeks, and then I'm gonna be seeing him again just a few days before my birthday in March. So everything looks good, on track. I'm just kind of floating around right now. Yeah, I feel like my vlogs are gonna be like this with scans, at least for now. We're just gonna be like spent afterwards. I think I need to take a nap. So I'm sure this vlog has been long enough, so I'm just gonna end it here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.